try! Fans have got the try! What a try for fans!
Green was a striker, not a right winger.
Oh, Bruno! Yes! It's 4-2, Lewandowski's got a hat-trick too, and it's in! And RB Leipzig have scored! Oh, and he has as well! Oh, he went in!
Hey, who? Not John. I don't think it's John. Oh, it's Poppy, then it's
32-30! Oh my god! Wow! Take a bow, I'm standing up.
Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports. Today we are watching WSL and it's Tottenham, against Manchester City. So fourth against fifth in the table. Tottenham being only 3 points behind Man United, who are in third, but Manchester City trailing Tottenham by a big whopping 5 points. So big game today for that battle for Champions League football. And so let's just get on with it. The game is going to start in about 1 or 2 minutes. I'll be watching along with you today, and it should be a good one. I put my prediction below. I haven't watched enough of women's football to have a solid prediction, but I still think City, with their run of form that they're on, it should win this. They've lost, I think they've lost one in all of 2022, so it's a decent record, whereas Spurs, not in bad form either, but not as dominant as City at the moment. City started the season quite slowly, so now they're starting to really pick up. So starting today, Spurs seem to be playing a 4-4-1-1. Spencer in goal, right back Percival, Bartrip and Harrop both at centre back, Zardorsky the captain at left back, and in the midfield on the right, Claremont in the middle of that midfield, the two Summonen, Cho and Neville on the left. Williams in the 10 position and Simon up front. For Man City, it's a 4-3-3 with Roebuck in goal, Greenwood at left back, Stokes and Kennedy at centre back, Bronze at right back, and the three in midfield, Razzo, Weir and Walsh. And the three up front, White, Hemp and Stanway. I put that White would score first, and mainly basing that she's scored 3 goals in her last 3 games. I think she might get another today. Starting to get back amongst the goals. City don't have any of the top scorers in the league, but they chip in with the likes of Hemp, Stanway on 5 each, and Rasso, their third top scorer, with 3 goals. So they're spread out of the team, the goals. And let's just hope for a good match. So yeah, here it's just said that Tottenham are playing a 4-2-3-1, which, I mean, you know, a 4-4-1-1 could be adapted to such a formation. So yeah, it should be underway any moment now, and don't forget to get your questions in. It's always nice to have the viewers writing in. And at the same time, I was just watching PSG and Bordeaux. PSG winning 1-0, just if anyone is interested. Yeah. And so this is the first of 4 games today in the WSL. Chelsea play Aston Villa later. Birmingham play West Ham. And then the last of the day is Brighton versus Arsenal. So yeah, it seems like most people think City will win, but just about win. We should be getting underway any minute now. So yeah, at the Hive Stadium today. And Williams to kick off. And taking a knee in support of... sorry, I'm getting my words lost. Taking a knee before the game to show that any form of racism is not accepted. And we're off. So get in touch and let me know what you think of the match. Who's going to win? I think City will. Already started off on the front foot here, quite aggressive. It's Spencer with the ball. Bad touch and looks to be put under pressure by White. Manages to clear. And Spurs instantly playing very quickly but almost hazardously, sorry. And ball bouncing around in Spurs half already in this opening minute of the game. Now it's Walsh on the ball. Man City just playing it back here. Greenwood. Looking for an avenue on that left. Can't really find anyone. Manages to get it to Rasso. Comes back to Greenwood. And Tottenham just regained possession from a bit of a sloppy forward pass there from City. Tries playing it out. Percival can't get a proper touch from that lob pass from Spencer. Goes out for a City throw. Already you can see in the stadium some Manchester City fans with drums playing out. Greenwood. No real options for her. Has to play it to Walsh. Spurs regain possession. Percival looks to clear it. Put under pressure by City. Yeah, so don't hesitate to get involved. I want to see the comments. It's Greg. Hi, Seb. I'm going for a City 3-1 win. Maybe, yeah, I went for 3-0. So you see, it's not that far off either. We'll see how it goes. And already in the opening minutes, Tottenham are trying to play very quick football in their own half, but there's a high press from City, and it looks already to be putting Tottenham under pressure. And it's Kennedy on the ball. Comes out to Greenwood. Greenwood with Stokes on her left here. Plays it to Weir, who plays it back to Kennedy. And Man City can now just about get on the ball properly. To Greenwood. Systematically looking down that left-hand side. Tries a forward ball, but Spurs regain possession with a fairly compact midfield. Yeah. Where is Mr. Davis? That's a good question. I haven't really spoke much to Mr. Davis recent. Well, no, I have. That's a lie. But I'm not sure. I think he was on a stream yesterday. I'll have to check with him. Oh no, he's not doing a stream today. No, he can't today. That's why. True. Let it be said. Exactly. That is why. So yeah, Mr. Davis is unfortunately absent today. They're just showing the side of the pitch here with the grass is completely destroyed near the sideline, just out of bounds. And Percival takes the throw in. Spurs have managed to get deep into City's half for the first time in this game. Back out to Percival. And the forward ball from Summonen just gets Man City back in possession. And Cho. What a poor ball there from poor ball from Simon there, laying it off. Pass was just a bit short. Man City still haven't regained possession though from this phase of play, despite Spurs' sloppiness. And now they do. Ball's just bobbling as City bomb forward. It's Hemp out on the left. Looks to take on Percival. The cross comes in. Just headed away by the Spurs defence there. Can tell that it's already very difficult for the players out there. The ball is just bobbling on a really poorly maintained pitch. Greenwood to Stokes. Out to Hemp. Hemp's got some room on the left-hand side. She cuts in. Decent tackle from Clemeron there. Clemeron. And Williams is just trying to wriggle around in the middle of the pitch. Can't really get the ball forward. Neville. Back to Williams. She's got no options in front of her. Neville. Floated the ball in. Wasn't the worst attempt, but easy for Roebuck to gather. Did well to see someone there going into the box. Just a bit too close to the goalkeeper, that cross from Spurs. Now it's Greenwood. Out to Stokes. Greenwood. Williams, Neville, both trying to apply the pressure to the left side of that City defence. And Roebuck. And Roebuck now starting to really play for City again after not really featuring that much this season. So a third match of the season, but looks like she could be a key feature now to Manchester City's team. And Williams tries the forward ball. Just about comes off, and White is scrapping to get that ball down. But Man City managed to get the ball forward, and it goes out for a throw-in. Spurs throw-in. Rasso can't keep that in. Yeah, you can tell that this is already quite an awkward match with the ball bouncing in an unpredictable manner. So yeah, there was WSL action yesterday. Manchester United, beating Reading 3-1, and Everton beating Leicester 3-2. So Leicester, despite losing, still find themselves 8 points above the relegation zone, so no real worry there. It does look like Birmingham will be the team that goes down. And again, at midfield, the ball is just bouncing around. Man City lose possession of midfield and Spurs look to break. Williams here, got a few options. She goes for the shot and it's over. Over the bar. Bit of a half chance there for Spurs. Poor from City in midfield. The laid off pass there. Williams just pounces on it. Manages to wriggle her way past that City defence and nearly got her shot on target. And TNS won the JD Saimaru Premier yesterday. Did they, Burgoyne? Ah, my stream has frozen. Terrific. I'm stuck. So yeah, almost 10 minutes played here and still 0-0 between these two sides. Yeah. So Jamie, I haven't talked to Burgoyne in a while except for a few comments on a group chat. So how's Burgoyne been? Need to know. And a foul here by Tottenham on Stanway. Stanway just got past that midfield line, looked to break, and then it's Clemeron who puts her arm just on Stanway. Clear foul. The ball comes in, defended by Tottenham. They're struggling to get this one away. But it looked to break now. And the ball forward was too light for Cho. Cho could not get on the end of that. That's the problem with the pitch right now, is it's not in a great condition. The passes to ground aren't really working out. So that's why the ball is bouncing around all over the place. Crossfield pass to Hemp, and Hemp's got space here. Great control from her. Looks to cut on her right foot. Spurs managed just about to get 3 bodies ahead of that. And they get away with one again. Hemp instantly causing problems for that Spurs backline. Percival was just caught napping. Spurs just getting into City's half here. The shot comes in. Roebuck saves. Tame in the end. Easy for Roebuck to gather. Near post. The shot coming in from Simon there off the left hand side. And now City regroup in their own box. And a bit of an awkward opening 10 minutes for both sides. Man City haven't had a shot but seem to be in the ascendancy, whereas Spurs just had their first shot and, on target, and a bit of an easy one to gather. On the ball, cheaply lost there by Bronze in the midfield. Really sloppy, didn't look where she was passing it. Spurs didn't deal with it all too great either, went out for a throw-in. Manchester City, me says Taja Scott. How much, Taja? What do you think the score is going to be? Yeah, this pitch is really not helping any team out there at the moment. Oh, Bronze gets a decent ball forward. Can't break that compact Spurs midfield. And Cho just gets it away. Williams still in their own half. Does well. City applying a high press. Greg Livingston, I didn't know Bordeaux were at the bottom of the league. They're a big club to go down. Are they? I don't know. I think Bordeaux have some ambitions, but I don't think they're a reputable French side that, compared to some other French sides. I remember that they had Petkovic as their coach at the beginning of the season, former Swiss manager, and it was terrible. When they lost 6-0 to, I can't remember which team, and then the week after lost 5-1. It was to sides, mid-table sides, bottom league sides, so that really was the end of him, and Bordeaux might go down now, especially given that Saint-Etienne have picked up. It seems really bad from now. Owen Stanway running with the ball, completely mishits that. Shot goes off target. But yeah, Bordeaux, a weird one. As I mentioned before, I wouldn't have said that they're too big to go down. I think they just about saved themselves last season. They were like 5 points off relegation or the playoffs. So, it's not too much of a shock that they could be relegated. But I think, yeah, the way they've been so abysmal is quite shocking. Goal kick here to Spurs. And already a short one, but floating pass. Dangerous from Spurs. And Claremont was looking for a foul there. Oh, sorry, Neville. Didn't look like a foul whatsoever. Great through ball here for Stanway. Yeah. Well defended by Spurs, and it comes back off Stanway for a goal kick. Unfortunate. Again, the ball is moving in such an unpredictable way that this match has become difficult for both teams. And I think Stanway might be a bit disappointed with this opening 15 minutes of the game for her. She wants to get on the ball. She wants to produce something going forward, but it's just not working at the moment. Oh, Simon does well to dribble past the City defenders here. She's looking for the shot. It's back out to Neville. And it's blocked by Stokes for a corner. Probably the most fluid passage of play that Spurs have had all game. All that from Simon on the left-hand side. Finding her feet and managing to cut in on her right foot. I think Manchester City will score 4 and Tottenham will score 1. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. We've got 71% of the viewers who think it'll be City win. So the corner to come in here. It's Percival to take it. Very lofted ball. Oh, just about stays in. Seemed a bit too high, that ball, for all the Spurs players. Definitely was too high for Roebuck. Struggled to get her hands to that cross. Got away with it. Williams was just coming in behind her. And now Clemeron is down. It seems like an injury maybe to the hip or the rib. Lower rib. Oh, underneath the rib. Or the lower back. It's hard to tell. She's rubbing her hands all over the place. But she looks like she'll be fine. And so is any one of our viewers watching some other football action this week. Yeah, you can tell that she just gets barged in the back by White. I guess the old school would say it was just a bit of physicality. Greg Livingston, Saint Etienne have a good English keeper called Etienne Green. Etienne sounds so French, but Green sounds so English. Almost seems like he's half French, half English. But I'm not too aware of Saint Etienne's squad. I know they've won some matches recently, so hard to tell. Yeah, so Etienne Green, who's played 15 games for Saint Etienne in the league this season. Okay, I wasn't aware of that, but that's good knowledge. A free kick coming in here for Man City. Ooh, Williams has it in the box. Man City can't seem to get it away. Stokes eventually does. Decent ball in from Spurs. Low height. Difficult for the defenders to deal with it when it's about chest or waist height. How do you clear the ball properly and convincingly? Williams on the ball. Comes out to Percival. Not the greatest pass with the right outside of her right foot in this. Gets Man City back in possession. "18 minutes gone and still 0-0 between these two sides. So as it stands, they both stay in their respective position. Tottenham in 4th and Man City in 5th. Tottenham might need a lot of goals if they want to be 3rd by the end of tonight. They have a better defence than Manchester United, conceding 5 less goals. But Manchester United have scored 16 more goals than them all season. So a favourable goal difference to Manchester United compared to Tottenham. And Spencer just struggling with the distribution, puts the ball out for a throw in. If Tottenham really want to play out from the back like that, then the goalkeeper needs to get it right on more occasions. Ooh, dangerous from Greenwood in the middle. Unconvincing pass, and Tottenham nearly regained possession. Now Bronze. Gets it to Stanley. Gets it to Hemp. Hemp lays it back off to Greenwood. Greenwood looking for options on that left-hand side. Doesn't find them. Brings it back into the middle for Stanway. Stanway gets it out to Stokes, and the really poor ball from Stokes. Can count herself lucky that Man City is still in possession, but that was a really poor pass. And I think all passes have been pretty poor today. Ball goes long and battle between Greenwood and Williams in the middle of the pitch. Man City regain possession and Stokes gets another chance to put in a through ball, but again, really poor from her. Oh, awkward from Bronze there. Can't really deal with the bouncing ball. Comes all the way back to Roebuck. Yeah, so Greg's saying he's watching the Scottish Cup, Motherwell versus Hibs. And what's the score on that? Is the game played at Barnet Ground, the non-league team? It is. It is. If I'm not wrong, this is where Spurs played their home games. So, yeah. Man City and with another bouncing ball going forward. Spurs managed to just get their head to it. Back in City's defence. Greenwood trying the through ball, but again City are playing a really tight midfield, so those forward balls from Greenwood aren't working. Almost a good chance for Williams there. Through ball from Spurs, and Roebuck is quick to come out of a goal. And City break instantly afterwards. Oh, this is getting end to end, and Hemp putting it twice into Spurs' box, but Spurs managed to clear their lines. So yeah, anyone with any questions or anything to say, don't hesitate to put them in the comments. Bronze to Greenwood. Greenwood to Stokes. She manages to skip past Clemeron. Brings it back to Greenwood. Greenwood's got Williams breathing down her neck. To Stanway. Poor ball, but no one's there to pick up on it, so Greenwood can get back and get the ball to Roebuck. Dangerous ball to Stanway there. Never looked like she could have picked that up. Kennedy to Greenwood. Another ball trying to break those Spurs midfield lines, but dangerous. Forward ball. Hemp left it for Stokes, and Stokes was not expecting it. I think it's been a poor opening 23 minutes for Stokes. Really poor. Hemp's the only City player that seems to be bringing any danger forward, so there's almost a compensation factor to it. And a throw into Spurs, deep into their own half. Throws it right back to Hemp. Hemp tries getting it back into the midfield, but Spurs have players there, and it's Clemeron who picks it up. Harrop, back to Spencer, back to Harrop. Harrop trying to dribble past Hemp. And Spurs are starting to play better out on the back, and just as I mentioned that, a forward ball from Percival was pretty terrible. Lofted, too powerful. And it's back to Manchester City for a throw-in. I get to find out that the coach don't want to start Kadja Shaw, and that she scored more goals in the team as a forward. Yeah, it's a... sorry. I'm just got a message there. So City really seem like the dominant team in this match, but not really managing to create any clear-cut chances. Stokes on the ball. Oh, sorry, William. Oh, good God. Greenwood on the ball now. So yeah, Tadja's saying that Kadja Shaw not playing, but she's not even on the bench. Is she on the bench? I didn't see her on the list, so I'm not sure if she's injured. Let's have a look now. Oh, good cross for City here, and Spencer was quick to come out and claim the ball. Okay, so now Kadja Shaw is on the bench, so I'm not sure why she's not starting either. I haven't really seen much of her, to be fair, so I can't give a good judgment, but seems to be in decent goal-scoring form of late. Yeah, it seems strange that Man City aren't starting her, but she's not City's top scorer this season, is she? And Spurs just trying to get it further into City's half. Oh, good forward ball here. Neville can try and get the cross in. Can she keep it in play? She does. Stokes managed to put it out for a corner, though. It's a great through ball from Williams. Maybe just a bit heavy, but Neville does well to keep the ball in. Who has been the better team? Spurs have the better chances, but that doesn't really say a lot because they're not clear-cut chances. I wouldn't say any clear chances so far in this game, but City have been more comfortable in possession, actually transitioning forward. And it's Zardowski on the ball, lofts it forward, and that goes way out. Another poor ball, but under the pressure of City's attackers. And it's Greenwood on the ball. Gets out to Stokes. Instantly got Neville pressing her. Greenwood to Roebuck. To Kennedy. No real options forward. It goes back to Roebuck. Greenwood. She looks like she's going to attempt that forward ball. Oh, poor. That, not into Stokes' feet. And Neville can break. Oh, and her ball is, in the end, really bad. Stokes manages to regain possession, does well to protect the ball, brings it back to Greenwood, and I think she's won a foul for City. It's been a very low quality game today, and I think the pitch doesn't help. Roebuck to Greenwood. Looking for the forward ball, lofts it in the air, and Razzo's got acres of space to run into. Can she go on her own? Takes the shot. It's blocked in the end. Still in possession now. Pass back to Stanway. Stokes to Razzo. Tries getting it to Stokes, but it's just behind her. And City just passing it around Spurs' 16-yard box here. Doing well to keep the ball. Walsh. Out to Razzo. And Man City is starting to play a lot better in Spurs' half. I mean, when it's been the two centre-backs trying to get forward balls in, it's not been amazing. But they're just about settling into this game. Spurs, on the other hand, I still think are wasting a lot of balls. Oh, a good chance could come here. Neville clears it. City are starting to find their rhythm. Bob Jobs saying hello. Well, hello, Bob Jobs. Kennedy brings it back to Greenwood. What channel is it on, Callum Coyle? It's on BBC Two. So, yeah. Greenwood looking for the forward ball to White. White's touch gives it back to Spurs. And Williams in possession. She brings it back to her defenders. All the way back to Spencer. It's Bartrip. Lofted forward. Greenwood just gets ahead of Cho there. So yeah, Stuart Davis. Hello, Seb. Hello, Stuart. How are we? Good to see Stu in the conversation. Good to see you all. All of you get your questions and just talk. Let's have a chat. While the game has been stopped as well. It looks like Simon's getting treatment at the moment. Something on her leg. I can't really see properly. she's just kneeling down, so hard to tell. But 30 minutes gone, and it's 0-0 still in this clash between 4th and 5th. Could be a really important game if Man City can claw back some of the points or the point deficit they had over at the beginning of the season. Then they could try and push for a Champions League spot. They definitely would want to pimp Manchester United to that third spot. Oh my god, I can't even properly speak. Do you guys do Premier League matches? We don't do Premier League matches, Bob Job, because we basically have no interaction with Premier League. That I watch a lot of Premier League, I'll say personally, but it didn't really didn't work on the channel. People didn't really like it that much, so we don't do Premier League anymore. But if there was a viewing for it, a desire for it, that could be looked into, of course. So Simon's got a finger injury. There we go. Stuart Davis, I'm good, mate. How are you doing? I'm alright. I've been ill over the past 2 or 3 weeks, so still a bit ropey, but getting back to it. Now as we speak, Hemp is down. Looked like she just got caught at quite high speed. Yeah, it was Harrop who just stuck a leg out, and Hemp was turning quickly, so a high-speed collision. That sounds a bit dramatic. So Hemp just finishing getting her treatment. Or receiving instructions from Skinner as they take this little break. 32 minutes, 0-0 at the Hive Stadium. And the camera just panning out to, you can see Wembley from a distance. And it's Greenwood. Gives it to Walsh. Walsh just getting the ball in front of Cho. Probably the first time any City midfielder has done that today. And Walsh floats it back in from this bouncing ball. Stanway gets it back to Kennedy. To Walsh. And Greenwood. She's looking for the ball forward. It's a decent one this time. Just can't control it properly. Ball bounces back down and Stanway. Cross comes in. Hemp at the far post. He's trying to get the ball. Oh. And the offside flag has been raised. Pretty worrying from Tottenham the way they're defending that there. Oh, sorry, Razzo. I keep confusing Razzo and Hemp. It's not even like they look alike. But Man City doing a lot better than at just getting onto those loose balls. Yeah, so Razzo was flagged offside, which it was a tight call if it was offside. And Spurs getting ready to make a substitution. And I wonder if there's been an injury that we weren't aware of, or if the injury to Simon has kept her out. So it is Simon coming off for Ayan. So that finger injury must have been more painful than initially thought. So Ayan, who scored in the last game that she played for Morocco. There we go, against Moldova. And Greenwood. To Roebuck. To Kennedy. Tries getting it forward. Pretty difficult one to deal with, especially with the ball bouncing on the grass. On the wrecked grass, shall I say. Tottenham's are back in possession. Spencer. Spencer is always very worrying. Takes an extra touch. Makes it seem like that City, if they press her, will get the ball back. And not long after, Manchester City are back in possession. To Roebuck. To Greenwood. Heavy touch. Manages to keep possession. Out to Stokes. Always coming under pressure from Neville. Neville always seen that weakness in Stokes. Wants to instantly apply pressure. And Stokes has started to deal with it quite well. Ball forward and Razzo can come to it. Spencer looked hesitant. She does take the ball into her hands in the end. Not convincing though. All a bit too easy to cut through the Spurs line. And Roebuck in possession. It's out to Bronze. To Kennedy. Cho just trying to come between Kennedy and the goalkeeper. Bronze. And Greenwood. Another timid ball through the midfield that Greenwood has attempted, and Spurs regain possession again. It seems a bit too lazy every time. You can see that Greenwood wants to get balls into the midfield, or into the centre midfield. And they're always dangerous because she doesn't have a lot of power on her pass. When Spurs look to break it, Cho out on the right. Could she get the ball in? She takes it out of play. Looked like it could be a really good chance there for Tottenham. I was a bit shocked that Cho couldn't keep that in play, but now she's in possession again. Gets out to Percival. Get the cross in. It's a poor one in the end. Roebuck can really take it in easily. Please goal. Let's go. Demi Stokes, not related to Ben Stokes. Well, Stokes is a very common name, so I think the likelihood that she is related is quite low. That's just me. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. Yeah, a bit of a poor ball from Percival in the end. She doesn't get her foot around it properly. City back in possession in Spurs' half. It's Stokes on the ball to Greenwood. And you can tell Greenwood is the one who's supposed to instigate those forward passes, like I mentioned before. And it's not working with the pitch being in such a condition. Razzo cutting in onto her right foot here, playing it to White. White's ball to Stanway is a bit too heavy, and City have almost played themselves out of Tottenham's final third. And Summonen on the ball here, and Spurs refuse to clear it at this instance. They do in the end. Clemeron gets it away. Greenwood back in possession. To Walsh. It seemed like poor communication there. She couldn't see that the City player was coming in behind. Oh, the Spurs player. And Razzo. Neville just about clipped the ball there. But can't get past Stokes. And Razzo looks in a bit of distress here. I'm not sure what happened. It's a very weird one. It doesn't look like her chest does get hit, but she ends up holding her chest. Strange one. She seems okay. All is well. Greenwood. That's when you're there, especially not of a strong team. No, Bob, says Greg Livingston. Does anyone know the channel the Rangers game is on against Dundee? I couldn't tell you. Sorry, Greg. I don't know. And Bartrip trying to clear it, but the ball bounces again. It's in terrible condition. Cho manages to keep the ball and get it to Summonen. Williams trying to play it forward to Neville. It's Neville against Stokes now. Plays it down well, and Williams in possession. Gets it forward to Neville. Kennedy and Roebuck indecisive on who should take that ball. In the end, Roebuck is the one who takes it into our palms. Decent ball forward from Williams. Neville just blocked off by Stokes. Stokes being a bit clever, making sure she can't run past her. Lucas Pereira, Narador Rumdo KT. I'm not sure what you're saying, Lucas, but Perfrido do Ki. I'm putting on an accent, and I don't know if that's correct. So, coming up to half time, 41 minutes, and it's still goalless here at the Hive Stadium. City have a throw in Spurs' half. Spurs looking to break, but City managed to put it out for a throw-in. Well defended by Bronze. And White instantly putting pressure on Zardowski. Zardowski's forced to clear it. It goes out for a Manchester City throw, and they're back in possession. And City bring it back to Kennedy. To Bronze. Williams and Cho trying to be the two that can instigate a high pressing, but just laying off while City are staying this deep. Greenwood looking to get it forward. Poor ball. Really too heavy. Stokes was never going to get on the end of that. So Bob Jobs saying, what a bad thing to say to Nairobi Osaka from the American fan in Indian Wells. I'm not aware of this, Bob Jobs, so what is the story? And Spurs clear it up. Williams does well to get on the end of it. Summonen's trying to surge forward. Stanway comes in from behind. It looked like a foul, but play does continue. City are back in possession and surging forward. Stanway can't find a way around Cho. And Summonen is still down, while Ellen White in possession. And Razzo just getting into the Spurs box. It's well defended by Zardowski, sorry. It's a bit more concerning now that City are managing to wriggle their way through Spurs' midfield a bit easier than at the beginning of the game. Just showing that tackle on Summonen. I can't really see where there is a foul. I thought there was initially. She holds her leg, but there's no contact on her leg. Will be a corner to Manchester City. Cross whipped in. Kennedy nearly gets on the end of it. I think it goes... Oh no. Percival has kept it from going out for another corner and wins a free kick. Hemp the culprit. It's now Spencer to take the free kick. It's long. City fight for it. Comes back into Spurs' own half. And it's just a bit scrappy at the moment. White tries to play it off and turns over possession. Spurs look to break with Williams. The ball is bouncing in front of her. Can they get it into the box? Cross comes in from Clermont. Cinnamon gets it and plays it back, and Spurs try and compose themselves. Neville forward. And Clermont plays it back to Neville. The cross comes in. City just about deal with it. Ooh, then a shot does come in. I can't see from whom. Ayan getting the shot away. Goes out for a goal kick anyway. Really tight angle. Many City players ahead of her. She turns round and takes it on her left foot anyway. If the coach being on Kajid Shaw early in the game, I think she'll come in and score 3 or 2 goals. You'd assume so, right? I mean, the informed goal scorer for City at the moment, is that fair to say? I mean, as I mentioned before, I thought White would open in the scoring because she scored 3 in her last 3. Yes, one of them was for England. It's Razzo now, trying to find someone in the box. The cross is too close to Spencer. You can see White dropping back, trying to create that space, but then Razzo needs to see that there's actually no one in the centre there where she is planning on crossing it. Weir does start surging through, but she's way far away from it. It was just a poor cross in the end by Razzo. I don't think she looks up properly before crossing it. And Spencer away. So it's 47 minutes. There's 3 minutes of added time at the end of this first half. So it should be another minute to play. And it's a throw into City deep in their half. I think Spurs are going to push up quite high now and try and press to make sure that they don't get into their own half just before the break at least. It was a pretty bad throw from Stokes, floating and almost looked like a foul one. White gets it forward. And Harrop gets there before... Bartop gets there before Hemp. And the throw-in for City comes all the way back to Greenwood. 15 seconds remaining. Stanway to Bronze. Forward ball. Hemp turns really well. Gets it to Weir. Wriggles past brilliantly. White. Oh. Timid shot with her left foot in the end. I think the ball was bouncing. Can't get a clean shot away. And the half-time whistle does go. So yeah, bit of a disappointing one. City found their rhythm near the end. There was better passages of play from them. Spurs struggled, but they probably created better chances, which seems weird considering that they really weren't in it. For me, they weren't in it whatsoever. I don't know, it's a bit disappointing. I expected a bit more of a high quality match, City being the informed team and Spurs, the way they like to play out from the back. Eventually they started panicking, which is why they cleared a lot of the balls. Spencer's distribution also didn't help. Looked very much scared when in possession. But I'm sure it'll pick up in the second half. There's a good chance that it will pick up. So, some questions. Stuart Davis saying, what is your top 3 for the WSL at the end of the season? I think, is it easy to say that the top 3 at the current moment? Arsenal and Chelsea, yes. We know that... I think everyone can be sure that those two will be in the top 2 by the end of the season. The title plays out between those two. I still think Arsenal are in the better position to win the league, but you can still see Chelsea clawing it back. I'm not sure about the winner, but those two finish in the top 3. Then the third one, it's Man United, isn't it? They're really picking up, and it seems like they are the third best team in the WSL at the moment. So that's my top 3. I don't think any of these two do it, but City can draw them close. It's just that they're too far behind already. If they draw this game, then they're on 24 points. United are on 31, and City have a game in hand. So can they claw back that deficit? Maybe, but it's a difficult one. If the coach gives Kaja Shaw more game time, I think she'll win the Golden Boot. It's a big statement. It'd be interesting to see, and I think now that you've mentioned this, which is a decent opinion to bring up about Shaw, I think we'd all love to see it now, especially in the City side that look very fluid going forward. So it'd be nice to see a player like Shaw come in and, well, get goals in that team. But it's half time, so just go over a few stats. Spurs had 35% possession. City had 65, which was pretty obvious. You know, Greenwood and Kennedy were the ones who touched the most balls. They were just passing it around, you know. Then, after a few passes, trying to look for the forward ball, didn't always work. I think the quality will pick up, but yeah. Anyway, City had more possession. Attempts on goal, 3 for Spurs, 4 for City. Both had 1 shot on target, which I think says a lot. And both shots were very timid. One from White for City, if I'm not wrong, and the other from Simon, who has now gone off injured. So yeah, Spurs need to pick up a bit, because they are creating their own problems in this match. And City need to just get that final ball right. The crosses haven't been good enough to create proper chances, and sometimes that last ball is just lacking. But at the moment, I still think City win this match. I'm not sure if they win 3-0 now. 3's quite a lot to get in a second half. But yeah, we're just going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for the second half. So don't go. So we should be getting underway for the second half any minute now. Well, it's still 0-0 here at half time. Hopefully this will pick up a bit in second half. And as we're doing this, another WSL match had kicked off in the middle of the first half. That was Chelsea versus Aston Villa. 35 minutes gone. It is still 0-0 there. That means that if Chelsea don't win that match, they'll be on 33 points if they draw, while Arsenal are still first with 37 points. Having played a game more though, so those games in hand could be quite vital for Chelsea. If they win, they go up to 35 points, and then their game in hand they could win and then just leapfrog Arsenal. So it's still all to play for in WSL, and we want to see a title race. There will be, there will be one. Chelsea will not let Arsenal win with 3 games before the end of the season, no. But they might help out their London neighbours. So in this second half now, well, I still expect the City win. I don't expect it to go any other way than City because of the way they're playing, and Spurs are struggling, but still creating chances, weirdly enough. It's not the worst thing to have, is it, to create chances when you're struggling in a game? I think Spurs need to change up maybe their system. I think defensively, in their midfield, it's been fine. They are cutting off a lot of the forward balls in the centre of the pitch. But out wide, City have not been effective enough getting the balls in, but Spurs have been exploited. They're playing almost a 3 at the back, and Hemp and Razzo have just run down those wings with ease, but then their final ball hasn't been there. Yeah, so if City attack a bit more on those wings, it's definitely a weakness that can be exploited. So yeah, Tadja's saying she always scores, but the coach always brings her in for 8 minutes, so she's not going to perform very well when you bring her on so late in the games. Agree. Yeah, obviously, if you score from off the bench, then you merit a starting place. So why she's not getting it, anyone's guess. So Stokes is coming off for Blackstad, and I'm wondering if that's an injury problem. I can't tell you honestly. Didn't seem like Stokes was injured, so who knows? I don't think Stokes had a particularly great first half going forward. With the ball, I thought she was extremely wasteful. But defensively, she was there. She gave Neville a few good challenges and stopped Percival from getting some decent crosses in. Yeah, maybe they're just trying to add a bit more attacking impetus. So yeah, Blackstad, who in 2022 transferred from Rosenborg. Only her 3rd match for Manchester City. Oh wait, no, that's not right. That's not correct. 5th match for Manchester City. There we go. Her first match for Manchester City was, as a matter of fact, against Tottenham. So, nice little coincidence. And we're off for the second half. Instantly, City try getting the ball forward. And Hemp just skipping past players, but on the byline, Neville eventually gets it away for a Man City throw. Yeah, and Spurs struggling, just putting their foot into a few challenges, and City are really tenacious at the beginning of this second half. It's what City do. They go at teams instantly. And Salmon just kicking the ball into her own face. Quite comical. So Williams has come off for Spurs as well for Josie Green. Not sure if that's also an injury concern, because Williams, I thought, was Williams and Simon were the better ones bringing the ball forward for Spurs. Obviously, the two attacking players, but Williams particularly holding that ball up in front of the City defenders really helped Spurs attack properly. And was unfortunate that she didn't get an assist when Neville couldn't get onto the end of Williams' through ball. Oh, and a pretty nasty tackle here from Stanway. It is a free kick to Spurs. Stanway just late. Yeah, and it's on Green, the substitute. I'm surprised that Stanway didn't get a yellow card because the studs were definitely showing for that tackle. So it's Zadorsky getting it forward. Oh, Bronze deals with it. Bit disappointing there that Ayan didn't try and get her head on the ball, considering she's taller than most of the players there. But City are back in possession. It's Roebuck. Out to Walsh. To Kennedy. And across to Greenwood. Spurs just keeping two players up again. This time it's Cho and Summonen. Not applying an extremely high pressing game, but just there anyway. Making sure that City can't pass their way through at ease. And Clemeron getting it back to Harrapin. City are back in possession, and Stanway just wriggling through here. What a great run. Comes out wide. The cross is poor in the end. Spurs try to clear their lines. So Green just trying to keep the ball, not clear it hazardously out. Cho. The Summonen. Ball goes nowhere and Bronze can let it run to Roebuck. Bronze. Puts it out of play. Good pressure from Ayan. Harrop throwing it in here. Ayan just struggling to keep the ball. And then it's Razzo who can't get a good touch onto the ball, and it goes out for a Spurs throw-in. Zadorsky. And it comes back to Spencer. Looking to clear the ball. Just lofted up. Decent touch, but Man City are back in possession. Roebuck with the ball in her 5-yard box. Only got Kennedy as support. And now Greenwood. Trying to get it forward. It's tight. Successful in doing so. Blackstad nearly losing possession, but I think a foul has been given in her favour. I'm back. I took the dog for a walk. No worries, Greg. No worries. Hope the dog is all okay. Yeah, foul on Blackstad, and City just hoof it forward. Bad ball in the end. And we have two balls on the pitch. Who looks more likely to score? I'd say City do. I like City's build-up play. I think there's a lot more. There's a lot more cohesion to what they're doing, but Spurs probably just about had the best chances. But at this point, if the match continues in this fashion, a 0-0 would not be surprising. But I still say Man City. I think they've got better build-up play, and they just need to finish that. They need to have a better final ball to actually create chances. And as I talked, it's Blackstad who puts the cross in. It's put out for a corner. So Man City get the first corner of the second half. Would you make any subs for City? Well, City have already bought on Blackstad, and you can tell instantly likes to run forward a lot more than Stokes does, and maybe has a better end product. Still to be seen. So it's already the right move. I'd like to see attacking impetus on both sides, not once seeing Razzo go dominate for a few minutes and then suddenly it's Hemp. If there's some exchange between the two and they really start clicking, then City can hurt Tottenham from both sides. I don't think any changes are necessary, but like one of our viewers said, bringing Shaw on, who is in good goal-scoring form, could be a good option. Particularly given that Ellen White has had a pretty poor game. Her touch has been off and not really got into attacking positions, so I think that's the one to make. And Stanway just winning the free kick for Man City here. Dangerous enough position. So it's a bit of a toss-up here. Is it going to be Greenwood who takes it, or is it going to be Weir? Both left-footed. Looks like it's going to be Weir. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Caroline Weir goes in. Oh, what a save! What a save from Spencer. That was dipping into the bottom corner. And Spencer, who looked shaky in the first half with the ball at her feet, has started the second half a lot more solid than the first. Decent free kick, gets it well over the wall. Oh, it hits the post. It's not the goalkeeper who intervenes. So close to being perfect. I think Spencer might have got there if it were on target. And the ball just bouncing, Cho in possession. Ayan losing it to Stanway. Now it's Rasso. Back to Kennedy. City just staying composed here, not trying to move forward too quickly. And Walsh. Walsh dropping into a almost centre-back role when in possession deep. On a great ball from Hemp. Gets it to Blackstad. Can she get a cross in? It's back to Hemp. Floating in. Dealt with relatively easy by Spurs. The cross ending up at no one. Spurs struggling to clear their lines though. I think City are really starting to find a rhythm, get decent chances, and you can see instantly the difference it makes with Blackstad on the left, who wants to go forward, who can put a ball in probably better than Stokes. And it's White in possession. Brings it back to Kennedy. And that's one thing about White, is she can hold up the ball really well. So it's a great centre of gravity to have in your team. But Rasso, Harrop getting a really good tackle in. And it is a Spurs throw in nonetheless. I think Rasso is as surprised as me. Oh no. Correct decision. Good tackle from Harrop in the end. And Cho just struggling against Razzo here. Ball forward from Spurs again. Really poor. Goes out for a Man City throw-in. Bronze to take this throw in. Gets it to White. Back to Bronze. Can she get it forward? She does find White between three Spurs players. And Bronze is just dispossessed by Summonen. And Tottenham look to break, but City are back so quickly and they're in possession again. To Walsh. What a great ball forward to Razzo. Can she get a ball in? Oh, good defending by Zadorsky. Really well played from City. As soon as they lost possession, all swarming back. Regained possession in about 3 seconds. Great passing to get Razzo in. She just can't get the cross away. It's well covered by Zadorsky. And it will be a Manchester City corner again. Did you watch the Winter Paralympics? You know what? I didn't. I really didn't. Did you, Bob? Or Jobs? Whatever, which name you would like to be associated with. How were they? How was the Winter Olympics? I didn't even watch that. Ooh. Spurs managed to clear the corner. Only goes as far as just outside the box. Cross comes back in. Spencer gets a fist to it. Decent goalkeeping despite being very unstable while coming out. City still in possession. Spurs can recuperate as the ball goes back to the centre circle. Greenwood. And to Walsh. Gets out to Blackstad. Looks like a foul here. Spurs trying to keep the ball. Green. Summoning. Oh, dangerous pass in the middle, and Ellen White gets it back for City. Walsh looks to storm through. Razzo. Spurs regain possession. Poor pass from City. Oh, and Ayan looked to be napping there. Was almost caught out by Greenwood. It's a bit sloppy in midfield. No one seems to want to gain possession. Neville earns Spurs a free kick. It's Greenwood who gets the yellow card, and she's almost been provoking it for the past 5 minutes. Few rash tackles, and the yellow card was coming. She has been booked. The first player of this game to be booked. Yes, I did. It was good. What was the event you liked watching the most then, Bob Jobs? Cross ball by Zadorsky, and City regain possession. Another poor ball, but as soon as it goes into the air for Spurs. Hemp. Great ball for Blackstad. Blackstad tries turning it. Too complicated. Spencer manages to get the ball for Spurs. Yeah, just replaying back to that cross from Greenwood again. Really good cross. It's always a bit unfortunate when your centre-back is the best crosser of the ball in your team. But Spencer really settling the nerves in that Spurs team in the second half. Through ball on. Great ball to Razzo. Complete takes Harrop away, and another save from Spencer. Doing well, Spencer, this second half. Razzo causing all sorts of problems. Great movement. Completely catches Harrop flat-footed. Tries getting a shot on a tight angle. She could try giving it to White. Yeah, the goalkeeper should be saving that. It is right at her. Not the greatest shot in the end. But Razzo should be looking at where White is in the middle. Yeah, and as they're shown the replay, something must have gone on. It's a goal kick to Manchester City. By Bob Jobs. Walsh to Greenwood. Trying to play her in her own 16-yard box. Spurs regain possession. Sue Manon gets it back. The cross comes in, goes to no one, and Bronze can just pick it up and take her time. And Ayan get with the interception. Chow back in possession. Gets it to Summonen. Bouncing ball makes it difficult for her. And Man City managed to just about get the ball back. Ooh, a big sliding tackle there from Neville. Looked dangerous. It looked very quick. Greenwood out to Blackstad. And Percival just collides her body into it. Makes sure Blackstead can't get any further with the ball. Man City playing some decent triangles. The ball is off the ground. Percival back in possession. Decent work by Weir. Goes out for a goal kick for Spurs though. 62 minutes, still goalless in this tie. And half time at Chelsea, it's 0-0 there as well. But Man City are starting to find a way through. It looks like them. I still think they'll be the first to score. They're playing a lot better now. It's so fluid. Kennedy with the ball. It's back to Roebuck. Spurs pressing higher now, which could leave them very exposed. Their defence is quite slow, so you fear that they might get caught out. It's Kennedy. Greenwood in their own box. To Walsh. Kennedy. Spurs really putting on the pressure now. Cross comes in. Roebuck deals with it. And they're looking to break. Bronze just running away here. Can she get it to Razzo on the right? Oh, good touch. Takes Harrop out of it. Razzo's on the byline. Cross in. Oh, bad touch. And it's a goal for City. What a good goal. Well, a decent goal for City. And one that was very much merited. That all being said, I think Spurs can be disappointed that they couldn't clear their lines yet again. That's been a theme of today. Really well done by Bronze. She just gets a touch to the ball unexpectedly for Harrop. Razzo's in the middle. Finally finds a cross, but I can't see who the Spurs player is who fails to clear it, gets a touch and keeps the ball in play for Manchester City. So it's Weir who gets the goal. Yeah, and in the second half, the only winger that's really threatened is Hemp, not Weir. Yeah, Percival who really failed to clear her lines. A bit of a shame to concede a goal in such a way. Okay, see what I'm saying? The coach always bringing in Khadija Shaw very late in the game. Yeah, and you'd want her to bring her in at least now, but if it's going to be for just 10 minutes, then that's a shame. So Man City, even if they win this game, will have played a game less than Spurs, but now only 2 points behind. Important in their hunt for the top 3 position. Corner here for Manchester City. The cross comes in, doesn't get past the 5-yard box. Percival's there, heads it away to throw into City. And Stanway would be hoping to deliver better balls than that afterwards. When it's Park who is warming up here, looking like she's going to come on. Jessica Park. So yeah, bringing on another forward before bringing on Shaw. Park, who currently has no goals this season in WSL. Ayan. Oh, poor ball. Weir can pick that up easily. Been one of the most ineffective substitutes that I've seen in a while at Ayan. Who's the goal scorer? So it was Weir who scored it. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Caroline Weir. It's just hanging around in the box. Percival couldn't really clear it. And then Weir just pounced on it. A bit of a scrappy goal in the end, but the build-up play was really good. Bronze surged forward, brought Harrop into the challenge. That released Rasso, who could get time on the ball to cross it like she did. And yeah, it's a well-deserved goal from City. Ayan. Summonen. And Spurs bring it all the way back to their defence, which is something they failed to do during this whole half. It's usually been 1 or 2 passes clear, and just as I say that, they clear the ball to no great effect. Yep, bar trip to Zadorsky, to Green, Zadorsky, and back to Spencer. And you could argue that the goalkeeper might have been able to do better. It was difficult because it came off Bartrip as well, who was trying to tackle at the same time. Oh, and the cross comes in. Razzo's on her own. Oh, heavy touch, and it goes out for a goal kick. She tries taking a touch so she can take the ball down, maybe get a shot away, but then the touch is too heavy. It goes out for a goal kick. So Park getting ready to come on now. And it's Razzo who'll come off. Decent game from Razzo, just no end product, unfortunately. I mean, the crosses were all pretty bad that she put in. The shots weren't that dangerous in the end. Even the cross for the goal was one that didn't get to her teammate. It was just hazardously sent into the box. Spencer with the goal kick. Gets to Summonen. The header on is difficult for Neville to deal with. Bartrip seems to have just got it away, but Spurs regain possession. Ball floated across field to Ayan, who loses it to Bronze. Now Stanway trying to get forward with the ball. Pretty messy this now. Oh, good forward ball to Summonen. Draws in Greenwood into the tackle. She finds herself in some space. Got very little support, but gets out wide to Neville. Neville can get the cross in. Pretty poor ball in the end. She was falling over while crossing that. Ball comes forward to White and she lays it off. No one's there. Spurs regain possession in City's half. To Harrop. To Bartrip. Zadorsky. Getting out wide to Harrop. Harrop with the floated ball in. Oh, and a bad collision there. Neville on Roebuck there. Decent ball in. Roebuck is brave to go in for that ball. But you can tell she just clashes her head with Neville. And I think that will be a booking for Neville. Rightly so. Decent ball in from Harrop. That's the first I've seen her really surge up forward, but instantly you can tell Neville is going in a wild fashion. It is a yellow card, and that despite her complaining, I don't think that she can complain. Yeah, she doesn't look in a good state, Roebuck. She's still conscious, fortunately enough. So yeah, just a bit of a stoppage in play here. She seems okay, but still concussion protocols need to be respected. Don't think she got her hit to the head. Still a nasty collision. Yeah, and she'll continue. Just as we speak, Birmingham versus West Ham has kicked off. Birmingham really in need of getting points now. Only 4 this season, after 16 games. So it will be a free kick to City, and it'll be Roebuck to take it. Luckily she's okay. Who scored, Seb? It was Weir, Caroline Weir. Just hanging around the box, getting on the end of a loose ball. Not the greatest cross from Razzo, but it's good enough to make Spurs be rattled and not clear it properly. Yeah, it looks like Clemeron has got an injury worry here as well on her foot. Many injuries here today for Spurs. Bit of a worrying one. Spurs just have to defend this forward ball. Park's trying to cause problems for Harrop. They just about deal with it, Spurs, and Ayana's laid the ball off a Stanway and she's running through with ease. Gets out to Park. Lays it back off. Not the greatest ball from Lucy Bronze. Stanway out to Park. To Bronze. Can't really find a way through. Manages to get it to Park. Very innovative, that pass. Park drags the ball out of play. Cho. Tight space. Not a lot to work with. Green's pass is really poor back and Ellen White looks to have won a free kick. Nothing given. Surprising. Looked like a very clear foul. Percival. And Neville not really doing well on the turn there. Losing possession, and Greenwood's back with the ball. Dribbling around Neville and then around Summonen. So yeah, substitution has been made here. It looks like it's Stanway who's come off. Oh, it's Hemp who's come on off for Becky. The Canadian player Becky, Janny Becky. Spencer on the ball. Gets it to Harrop. Really composed, forward to Cho. Cho can't get the touch on the ball and Kennedy's back in possession. Roebuck out to Greenwood. Lofted ball forward from Greenwood. It's dealt with by Bartrip. And Clemeron just trying to shake forward. Summonen tries laying it off to Neville, but Neville was offside. Doesn't get anywhere near her anyway. And Roebuck is in possession. Kennedy. Just outside her own 16-yard box. Back to Roebuck. Decent showing from Roebuck. Not many games for City this season, but a really good showing in this game at least. And very imposing when coming for the cross, when coming for crosses. Green wins back the ball. Harrop to Zardowski. Back to Spencer. Spencer puts it long upfield. Neville tries dealing with it. Looked like she was fouled by Ellen White, but nothing given. And it's Stanway to get a shot away. No, gives out to Park. Back to Stanway. Trying to wriggle away through, but Green has just about got the ball. Park doing well. Forcing the corner there from Harrop. City having to work in really tight spaces. It's a good sign. Spurs are starting to get closer. Leaving a lot less room for them to manoeuvre in, but this means that they also have a lot less going forward. So, Cho has come off for Tang. Jiali Tang, the 26-year-old. And White with bronze. Oh, Wriggles passed brilliantly. Park with the ball. Oh, nice through ball to bronze, but Clemeron manages to just about get the ball away. Well read the pass. Bronze to Stanway. Stanway with 2 nutmegs. One on Ayan and then one on, I think it was Harrop. Ball does go out for a goal kick though. So unfortunate. With a double nutmeg, you'd hope for you'd hope for a good cross at the end and a good goal, but unfortunately not. Spurs with the throw-in. No support around when they get the ball into Manchester City's half. It's almost like they're content with the 1-0 defeat at this point. Well, Percival could have been more composed there, but decides to just clear it upfield and it goes out for a throw-in. Bartrip is visibly frustrated. And the ball comes in, Spencer deals with it. Bartrip with the ball. Gets it forward to Ayan. Manages to keep the ball well. Wriggles past a few, gets to Summonen. Can't really get forward. Manchester City swarming around the players as soon as they get the ball. Ball forward to Tang and she just can't control it properly. Okay, so this is interesting. It looks like Corpler is warming up on the side. Does Spencer have a bit of an injury niggle? That would be, what, Spurs' 4th injury problem today? 3rd? Taylor don't know anything about coaching a football team. All he know, don't bring on Cadgershaw. There's an argument for that because Taylor is the manager who's had one of the worst starts City have had in a while. So there was pressure on him for that. I mean, their current run of form should not be ignored, but yeah, like you say, it's a weird one that he won't bring her on, or at least bring her on earlier. And I don't think I'd probably agree. He doesn't exactly know what he's doing. I mean, the system works as it is right now, but there could be ways to better exploit it. There are better ways to play against this Spurs side. And Spurs just trying to get it forward. I think it was someone who tried a shot from far out there. Really tame, off target, nowhere near. 80 minutes then, and still 1-0 to City. And the goal kick here to Manchester City, and Roebuck will get a yellow card for time wasting. Really bad goal kick in the end. Tang, no options. Harrop brings it back to Zadorsky. Pass cross field, and it looked like Percival kicked it onto her own hand. Nothing given. Gets the ball forward, and Greenwood can protect this easily to go out for a goal kick. Poor ball forward from Percival in the end. Spurs already in City's box, pressing them really high. Spurs just can't get onto the second balls when they drop. They're nowhere near. They're completely off it today. And Blackstad laying it off, almost getting the cross in. Neville gets it away. And now they're defending in numbers, Spurs, but they're not able to bring the ball back up when they get on the ball. And it's a bit of a shame. It seems like they've completely run out of energy and ideas in this attack. Obviously, Williams and Simon being injured is a big blow. But yeah, with Summonen and, well, initially it was Cho, now it's Tang. It's very underwhelming for us to try and beat a City side having those two strikers as the options. Stanway looking to get past Green. The pass was too heavy in front of Blackstad. Goes out for a Spurs throw in City's half. Harrop. Park breathing down her neck. Back to Spencer. Spurs trying to play out from the back. Playing against City that aren't really pressing that high anymore. Clemeron. On a great tackle from Ellen White. On Stanway's done really well. Can you get the shot away? It's over the bar. And Park is frustrated that she didn't lay the ball off onto the right, but when you're in that D outside of the 16-yard box, I think you're well within your right to shoot, but great work from Ellen White. What's my plans for the week? Says Greg. I just, it's one of those weeks where I just have lessons, nothing much more, courses and all that. Nothing too eventful. What about you, Greg? Or what are your upcoming plans generally, Greg? Let's hear it. On Summonen, doing well to keep the ball. Gets it to Green. Ayan with the ball in. It's just too heavy. Goes out for a goal kick. Could have been a good cross for Tang, just too high. So yeah, the 85th minute, got to start thinking about who the best player has been in this match, and it's a pretty difficult one to choose. And as we speak, Roebuck is down again, injured. I didn't really see that. I think it might be from the injury before, maybe a head injury. She's referencing like as if she can't see properly. And yeah, I'm trying to think of who could be the player of this match. I've got an idea, but I want to give 4 options for the viewers to vote. And I'm trying to think of any Spurs players that could be mentioned. But then nothing seems credible. So it looks like Kiara Keating is coming on now, the 17-year-old. I mean, she's not even in the under-21 squad. She was, as of late, playing in the under-19s. Seems to be smiling, you can't complain. Has to be Caroline Weir. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Greg. It has to be Weir. It can't really be anyone else, but I'm trying to think of options, who could be a contender on Spurs' side. And I don't think anyone. I just don't think anyone. I'm just going to put the 4 options, but I have my choice. So the player of the match. You're going to a rugby tour on Friday at Newcastle, play a game of rugby on Saturday and come back on Sunday evening. Sounds good. Yeah, I've put 4 options, and I haven't put the one that they chose as their player of the match, which is Stanway. Which is, yeah, I can't even believe I didn't think of that, because she has without doubt been one of the better players this match. Really good, driving City forward. So yeah, I've put these 4 options there, but in the end, Stanway's not a bad shout either. And as you say that, Stanway is just giving away a foul. Didn't think it was a foul. So yeah, City's number 10 has been the one awarded with the player of the match, whereas I have not even put her on the list. And I should have. Ball forward from Harrop. City just trying to carve out a chance, but... Oh, sorry, Spurs, but City are playing really tight. And Stanway gets it for Park. And Park can just take out Harrop on pace now. Decides to go for the dribble. Stanway puts in Park. Great pass. Cross to come in. Poor delivery in the end from Park. Well played by Stanway again. Really is having a terrific match. Yeah, it's Greg saying Caroline Weir. Yeah, I think that's a good shot. I think she's also been really robust in midfield, but Stanway has been really good as well. So I'm not going to disagree with it either. I still think, yeah, maybe just about Weir. But Rasso was also very lively throughout the whole match, bringing danger to many different instances. When the ball is just bouncing and Neville is dispossessed so easily. You can tell that there's just a lack of communication in the Spurs side. Throw in here, and Percival takes it down on the chest, has to clear it out for a throw in. Ellen White breathing down her neck. The throw in here from Blackstad, bringing out the corner flag on the 90th minute, trying to waste time. Neville trying to push her over. City's still in possession. Spurs really struggling to keep hold of the ball. Clemeron, and it's cleared. Bronze heads it back into Spurs' half, and a lack of communication from Spurs again. Clemeron and Summonen both going for the same ball. 6 minutes to be added on, no surprise there. Ayan up against Bronze. No real options. Gets to Tang, and she does well to keep the ball. And Clemeron is asking for a foul. The pass to Neville was a poor one, and she didn't get a free kick though. Blackstad with the throw in. Percival just trying to protect it. Gets it back to Harrop. Harrop losing the ball cheaply, tries fouling Park, and Park isn't going over, and she's just skipping past her. And I'm not sure how the referee has given the decision to Spurs there, or maybe has given it to City, but didn't let the advantage be played. So we're in the 92nd minute here. And Park just wriggling through. Good tackle from Claremont. Tang. Really deep into her own half. Can't find any options. And Park putting the pressure on Harrop. Tang. And City are really content just letting Spurs play themselves into danger in their own half. Bye, Seb. Sorry, Greg. Yeah, and Spurs to make a change here. It is Claremont who is coming off. Addison, the one coming on. Be disappointed that Spurs also are facing a rookie goalkeeper and haven't tested her whatsoever, haven't even attempted the shot, which almost seems the norm. If you've got a rookie goalkeeper, then you just try and test her at least. "93 minutes here. Bronze to take the throw in. Deep into Spurs' half. Goes to Park and Harrop is just sleeping, letting Park take that ball. Spurs trying to play out, but unsuccessful. Summonen puts it out for a throw-in. Really, really poor from Spurs. It's hard to see how they can be in the top three playing like this. Bronze throws it forward. Stanway gets out to Park. Really in tight space. Decent tackle from Harrop. Comes back out to Walsh. Weir. Back out to Weir again. She goes to the corner flag. 2 minutes left on the clock. But Percival manages to get a foot in. Throw in to City. Carlton will beat Richmond, first game in the AFL next week. Go Blue Badgers. Carlton Football Club AU. Okay, I'm not too aware of it, but explain this all to me. So, what is it? The Australian Football League. And Carlton will beat Richmond next week. Who's the favourite for the championship then? CJW. And Blacks, I can't say it right, Blackstad, trying to keep it near the corner flag again, just wasting time. I do like the way Neville just hurriedly threw the ball to a goalkeeper to try and play quickly when Spurs don't seem like they're trying to play quickly or urgently the whole match. Ball comes forward and doesn't even get to the halfway line, but City managed to get a defensive header in. When Ayan here. Harrop attempting the shot, but Park just gets in the way, and it was a bit risky there from Keating. Came out and she was definitely not the favourite to get to the ball. Well defended by City to avoid the shot coming off. They're thrown to Spurs and they're going to try and play into City's half. And they lose it even effortlessly. White on the ball. Looking to just bring it forward with ease. The two captains up against each other. Zadorsky getting it out for a throw-in. It is a Spurs throw-in, surprisingly. Probably Melbourne Demons are favourite. Okay, so Melbourne are favourites. Is there any notable player in that squad? Because I'm not too up to date with the Australian Football League. I don't watch it, but I'm open to knowing if there may be players in that league that I might know of. But yeah, who's Melbourne Demons' best player then, let's say for instance? And Spurs just trying to play it forward here. City defending really well. Becky to get it forward. White isn't going to run to the end of it. Spencer gets to it. And this should be the end of the game nearly. Spurs just hoofing it upfield, trying their best to to create any random chance they can. They've not really tested the goalkeeper. Ayan. Trying to keep the ball. Spurs get a long ball in again and dealt with by Keating with ease. And I think that might be the end of it. It's Australian Football League, Aussie rules football. Okay, sorry, yeah, Aussie rules. But I'm not too aware of the rules, but it seems like a bit of a mixture of multiple sports like football and rugby. Quite an interesting one. I've never watched it, but I've seen clips. So it is full time. So yeah. So Manchester City win 1-0. And a bit unfortunate for Spurs, that really poor showing. I think the tactics might have been wrong, but it's also... Spurs had their best players injured quite early on. Williams and Simon both being injured killed the game. I don't think they had a shot since both of them were replaced. I mean, both of them were definitely off by half-time. So yeah, that puts City in the driving seat for 4th spot. Can they catch up with United? Remains to be seen. I think they could, but it's still in the balance. It's still really in the balance for City. So yeah, to go over a few stats. Possession, 39% to Tottenham, 61% to City, which makes sense again. Spurs could barely keep the ball in their own half, let alone get it into City's half. So there's a poor showing in the second half, worse than the first half. City got better. They got the goal. Caroline Weir getting the goal. Assist technically coming from Rasso. But attempts, 4 for Spurs, 9 for City, 1 on target for Spurs, 3 on target for City. Spencer had a decent second half, found herself a bit better in the game. Distribution was still lacking. That was from Spurs' defenders and their goalkeeper. And City just had a game plan rather than Spurs. A game plan that they stick to quite often. They know how to play their style. They have the wingers that will try and stretch teams. So it was decent from City. Just about got away with it. If Spurs had maybe some better players, they might have been able to test Keating, the 17-year-old goalkeeper. So I think it's a bit unfortunate on that facet that Spurs didn't really challenge her. But then the players just weren't up to the standard. So it's understandable. So yeah. That was whatchamacallit? I can't. I'm sorry. My head's all over the place. That was Spurs versus City, 1-0 to City in the end, and it was not really a good match, unfortunately. But yeah, puts City 2 points behind Spurs with the game in hand. And as we speak, Chelsea, 76th minute, are still drawing 0-0 to Villa. 30th minute for Birmingham West Ham, still 0-0 there. This all means that Chelsea, if they can't win the game against West Ham, against Villa, then they'll have a big job on their hands catching up with Arsenal. Anyway, that was Tottenham versus City. Thank you for joining me, everyone. It's been great fun, and I'll see you all soon.